channel again, TorAthena, where today I am back in my office, back at home in merry old England, and it's so sucky to be back. That's right, I had so much fun and I can't wait to go back. I need to go back. I want to go back so badly. Any other American cons that want to have me over for their con, please get in touch. But yes, one of the things that you guys seem to really like on my channel is story times. So I thought I would take a collection of stuff that has happened while I was in America and make it a story time. Most of them, except for my horror flight, aren't really long enough to make a whole video out. So these are going to be a collection of mini stories. So shall we begin? Oh, the embarrassing stories. Gotta love them. Well, the first thing that I have to talk about is when I first landed to America and we had to wait for our bags, because if you've watched the Flight Gone Wrong story time, that we had 2.5 hours to kill waiting for the next flight because our baggage didn't come with us. So Patrick, the organizer, the absolute legend of a man that he is, decided to take us for some food. He took us to the closest place, which was called Cracker Barrel, and it looked like America threw up on this place. There were flags, it was like all wooden and decked out. It was like very typical America. It was almost offensively American, but it was brilliant. It was exactly what I wanted, and it was exactly where I wanted to go as the first place to eat in America. I had cornbread, I had meatloaf, I had biscuits, which are scones, I had mac and cheese and cheesy grits, and it was just the most beautiful thing in the world. But yes, I may have got overexcited about this food, and I got very excited that I could have cornbread and meatloaf because it's all the stuff I've always wanted and couldn't have in England, and it was delicious. It was everything I wanted it to be and more. It's worth waiting 20-something years for. I was the happiest person in the world, even to the point where Alex kind of probably started getting embarrassed at how excited I got over this food. Nonetheless, I loved it. I don't care what anyone else thought. I ate all this food. It was beautiful. As I've mentioned, I'm not bragging, but it's important to the story that we, as guests, were all staying in the same hotel. So there were a lot of celebrities staying in this hotel. The event manager and his personal assistant, Ashley, was doing the hotel runs and the airport runs. So they were the ones communicating with all the guests. They were all in the same place, and a lot of them met up, became friends, and hung out. I did with some of them. They were beautiful souls that I'm going to talk to for the rest of my life, hopefully. But yeah, but I didn't get to speak to everyone. But apparently, what actually did go round the convention between these guests was Cornbread Girl. The amount of times I got introduced to people, and the moment they realised I was British, they'd go, "Oh, so you're the one who got excited over cornbread? Great, that's exactly how I want to be remembered in America. Yeah, fantastic." So thank you for that, Patrick, for obviously telling everybody how excited I got over cornbread. Is it such a big deal that I got excited? It's a compliment, if anything. So I was meeting wrestlers and people from the comic book men and artists and cosplay YouTubers, amazing people, and they all remembered me as the Cornbread Girl. So happy about that. If we're going to do embarrassing stories, it's probably more of Alex's story to tell, but I have to talk about the time that tea went all over Alex's lap on the airplane. On the way to America, Alex warned me that she gets tea over herself every flight. Don't know how she does it, but she does it apparently. She was dry as a bone by the time we got off to America, but on the way back, we were having a nice cup of tea. We were sitting there. For some reason, she put her tray and tea on my table. I think maybe she had to get up or something, I don't know. But her tea was on my table. As she moves everything back onto her table, I said to her, "Would you like your tea?" I pick up the tea, I hand it over. She goes to grab the tea as I'm holding the tea. I don't know whether I let go first or she just assumed she was holding it, but somehow, in the flash of a second, tea is all over her. Hot boiling tea, a full cup, all over her very long skirt. We both just go, "Ah!" It was like 5 in the morning UK time. Everyone startled and confused and scared at the noises that we've just created. And she, panicking, just goes, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay." I'm probably freaking out more than she is, and she's trying to calm me down and tell herself it's okay. She pushes up her table, notices all the tea dribbles down it onto her bag where her first edition Harry Potter book is. So she's scalded, she's soaking, she's covered in tea in a very cramped plane, and the first thing she has to do is dive into her bag to rescue her Harry Potter. By the time the stewardess realizes what's going on, she comes over and she's like, "You okay?" She goes, "I've spilled tea." She takes her to the back. She has to put like this burn gel on. Everything's fine. Everything's sorted. But I'm kind of stuck there cleaning everything up while everyone's staring at me, probably going, "It's your fault you woke us up." And I just felt so bad. I'm so sorry. I've never wanted to dive into a hole in my life. Alex just laughed it off and she went, I told you I spill a drink every time. And we couldn't figure out who did it. It's probably both our faults. We were tired. Alex, I'm so sorry. But there you have it. The time I spilt tea all over Alex. She spilled tea over herself. It was a mutual spillage. When we first arrived there on the first day, it was warm, like outside. America is so hot. It's a type of hot I've never experienced. I live in Britain. We don't know what hot is. 15 degrees Celsius is a day that we celebrate. We don't need to wear a jacket and we break out the barbecues. In Pennsylvania, in Harrisburg, it was 33 degrees Celsius. I don't even remember ever hitting 33 degrees Celsius in Britain. And if we did, I must have blacked out from exhaustion and heat because it was ridiculous. So outside is really, really hot on any given day anyway. But we go into the convention. It is hot in there, but it's okay. There are fans. It's not so bad. But this is when no one's here. Very quickly, as the people come in, it gets hot. It gets very hot. It gets so hot that we need water. And if we don't have water, there's going to be a problem. And Jamie kept coming over to visit our table, and we'd go over and visit his table and Kimberly's table, and it was just really nice. Everyone was just so amazing. And I'm freaking out that I'm wearing a yellow jumpsuit. Not so much that it's a jumpsuit, but more the fact it's yellow, and if I start sweating, it's going to show. And I'm about to do a panel and host a cosplay masquerade. I don't really want to be showing sweat patches wherever I'm sweating. So Jamie tells me about this ingenious idea that you get lady panty liners and you put them on your armpit. It absorbs all the sweat, it sticks onto the clothes. Bada bing, bada boom. Sorted. So I go, that's amazing! Funny enough, as a woman, being with other women, we are prepared for all these type of occasions and we have panty liners. So I borrow two, very little dainty ones, which were very convenient. And I go to the bathroom and I have to like squeeze out of my, or slip out of my jumpsuit as I am so sweaty. And I have to like put them on, bada bing, bada boom. What I didn't think was that I can't put the sticky side on because that's not the absorbent side. I have to somehow maneuver the sticky side to stick on the inside of the armpit. So it like presses against this bit and absorbs it all. I know, I'm so sexy, right? Eventually I figure it out. I've got lady liners in my armpit, but I'm not gonna show any sweat patches. So I'm good to go. Bada bing, bada boom. I make another friend called Devon, who is just the best human being. He's so fun. He's like my mortal enemy for the rest of my life because he was one of the few people that really got the British banter. I hate that word now because we use it too much in Britain, but we just had this instant meanness to each other. But we loved each other, but we could never be nice to each other. We're like almost like brother and sister. But at the end of the day, he was a gentleman and he was very, very nice. And I'm going over to his table to talk to him, and all of a sudden you see him just go so sheepish, so inside himself with shyness. And he goes, Lucy, and points below. And as I look down, there is a lady liner on the floor, right between my legs. It'd fallen out of my arm while my arm was down. It didn't stick to the jumpsuit and it just fell. And I just had to go, oh, never mind, it was in my armpit. Like, that explains everything. I still cringe. But I couldn't figure out what armpit it was in. And I had to kind of like shuffle about and see if I could feel it or hear it, try and get the other one out. Because I was about to go on panel. And I was like, I can't have the other one falling out on stage. I just had to explain that I put it in my armpit because I was sweating. And even that sounds like a feeble, stupid excuse for a human being. Who am I? What is my life? Why am I the way that I am? But yeah. There you go. Probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Happened at Harrisburg Comic-Con around loads of strangers while I was very sweaty. Thanks, Jamie. Kimberly was the next door over and Kimberly was like, you should put panty liners on his door. And I was like, yeah. But what I didn't know is Kimberly was telling Jamie that they should put panty liners on our door. And when I found out, I was like, ah, she's like a double agent. So we were gonna put panty liners on her door and then no one put panty liners on anything because we're all shit. But there you have it. There's my story. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe and comment because it makes my day, and I will see you very soon. Bye! Devin became one of my very close friends when I was at the convention, and we hung out a lot. We were 2 tables away. He was hanging out with D. Piddy, and then I was obviously with Alex, and we just became like this little foursome every now and again. It was really cool. We'd hang out and chill. It was really nice. And every now and again, I'd go over and speak to Devin. On the Sunday, I went over to Devin, and I was just literally just standing there, and it's been hot. It's been sweaty, and I am accepting that the fact I probably don't smell great. And Devin went, "What's that aroma that you have?" And without blinking, I just went, it's called sweat. It's sweat. I am sweaty. And he went, "Oh no, you've had this all weekend." Now, here's his opportunity to give me like a nice compliment, say that I have this nice smell about me, that I have, I don't know, something unique, something nice about me. But I go, "What, is it a nice smell? Is that compliment?" And he just went, "It's a bit chalky." It's a bit chalky. I don't even know what to take from that. It's like that's not necessarily a good smell, nor a bad smell. It's just, is that what British people smell like? Do we smell like chalk?